Welcome everyone. My name is Marilee Burnett. I am your tarot reader and astrologer, back again with the messages for the week of October 2nd, 2023. We are going to dive right in because we have so much to cover with the eclipses that are coming up. You should expect that the energy for October to be volatile, to be pushing you, to be squeezing against you, because you're meant to change. You're meant to move. You're meant to grow. You're meant to get on your path. And the farther off your path you are, the more in denial you are, the more you're trying to wear your rose-colored glasses, the stronger the corrections will be. So let's not be that. Let's use these next 2 weeks leading up to the new moon solar eclipse to make changes, to let things go, to remove some blocks. Some of those changes you might want to make is making sure that you are subscribing to my channels. Please click on that subscribe button. And if you like this video today, please give me a big thumbs up. Feel free to leave me comments. I respond to everybody that is leaving me a comment. And if you have questions and they're quick and simple and easy, I tend to answer those as well. So thank you to those who are new, and thank you to those who are returning. So let's talk about this week ahead. Now, if you really want to go in depth, of course, go on my website, go to my articles and look for the articles for October. There you'll have the monthly horoscope, you'll have the new moon, and you'll have the full moon article, which are both eclipses, all ready for your reading enjoyment, and they'll really help you get prepped. But as our week begins, we actually have some really good energy, and I think it's purposeful, right? This is meant to help us get grounded and prepared for the changes that are coming. And how that appears in the chart is a blue triangle, which is a grand trine. That means 3 energies that are all making a trine to one another, and then it creates that triangle shape. So that is a matrix of sorts, where you have this really great, awesome energy to manifest wonderful things, and you just have to apply yourself and use the energy. Energy, when it works on you, is not as enjoyable, that's a good word, as when you're the one who's in charge and, working with the energy that's present. So with the grand earth trine, earth is very often related to our finances. Emotionally, it helps us feel more grounded and connected to the earth. So in all the volatility that's coming up this week, it is important that you start the week off with this mantra: I am grounded, I am safe, I am secure. That's going to be really important. And then you take advantage of what's showing up for you. Now, the grand earth trine is created by Pluto, that's retrograde, starting to slow down. It's already slow, but it's really starting to slow down. And it will be ending its retrograde on the 10th. So these are the last few days that we'll have this review going on in the sign of Capricorn, which has everything to do with government restrictions, the transformation of government power. So expect to see continued conflict in that area in particular, as energy gets more intense when it is changing directions. But then we have Mercury, who is in its home sign of Virgo, moving forward. And then we'll have the moon, which will be in our last earth sign, which will be Taurus. And the moon is really happy and strong in that energy as well. So again, we've got a really big opportunity, and all you have to do is show up, get yourself grounded, and meet the energy. Give it something to do. So that's how our week starts off. Then we get into what I like to call Crunchyville. And as Mars in Libra is going to be conjunct to the South Node and opposing the North, you are seeing something relationship-wise where you have to let go. There's something that needs to be released. And Mars is the action that you need to take to make the change that is showing up with the South Node in Libra for you. Libra is our relationships. It's the ruler over our 7th house, which is marriages, business partnerships. Something about those may need to change, especially where there is imbalance, because with the North Node in Aries, you are looking out for yourself. You're choosing yourself, not in spite of the other person, but because you have to take time to honor who you are and what you want, not just give your power away to your partner and what's best for them. So there's some significant movement on Tuesday. Now, if you are dealing with anything related to the law, there could be something significant in action that needs to be taken in any lawsuits that you have going on. But anything in your life that is out of balance, Mars is going to tell you you need to take action to correct this imbalance, and you need to choose what's in your best interest. So says the North Node in Aries. So that's where we're at on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we get the beginnings, and it could even start earlier, but let's choose Wednesday as our jumping off point for Mars square Pluto. Now, this is extremely intense, volatile energy. There's no softening the edges on this energy. Pluto is power, Pluto is fear, Mars is war. So there is some major power struggles going on. They'll be going on around us, maybe within us, within our relationships, right? Within the law, within the legal system. So this energy will be with us for the rest of the week. So what do you want to do? If you want to take advantage of this energy and have it put to good use, then you need to choose to make changes in your relationships, in whatever situation you're a part of, whatever house you have Mars in Libra for you. You need to make the change that will empower you, right? You need to make the change to face your fear head on. And Pluto is also, it's death and transformation, right? So this is the time for you, with that help of that Mars energy, to be breaking free and breaking out of your cocoon and, becoming the beautiful butterfly that you're meant to be. So yes, it's harsh energy for a reason, because a significant change needs to happen. And the other thing that I want you to just be cautious with this week is travel, climbing on ladders, not being on your phone while you're driving, even while you're walking. This is just a time to just be really careful and cautious, because Mars can cause accidents. And when those accidents happen square to Pluto, they can be really significant. So just a word of warning to just take your time. Give yourself extra time this week. Don't rush around. And when tempers are getting flared, put yourself in timeout. Do not take the bait. Do not get triggered. Choose what you're walking away from. Choose to take action. On Thursday, we will have Mercury leaving its home sign of Virgo and heading into Libra. So this will give us the next few weeks to intensely focus with Mercury in Libra on the way we communicate, on the details, on the information, again, whether it's legal or relationships. But this is going to heighten the conversations. Conversations will be picking up. It will be important to have good dialogue in your relationships, and it's a good time then to take this Mercury energy and use it to clear up any issues that you have in your relationships. You also might see a lot of activity as far as the legal system goes, because Mercury's going to cause a lot of movement and activity. You'll also see a lot of relationships changing. You'll see a lot of information coming out about relationships. So look for a very interesting few weeks as Mercury moves through here. And of course we have the eclipses coming up. So this is going to be interesting, and it's a wonderful time to be journaling so that you remember all that happens. By the weekend, the intensity from the Mars square Pluto is at its peak. They will be exact in their square, and adding to this is the moon in Cancer. So we have a very emotionally unsettling energy for the weekend ahead. Again, pressure pushes us to make great breakthroughs and have tremendous change. Emotional breakthroughs are possible. But again, there's a lot of volatility in this energy, and you don't want to have yourself exposed to people who are not capable of handling it, who did not do, as I said at the beginning of the week, ground themselves, use those mantras. There will be a lot of people who are not grounded and are not capable of managing this energy well, and you just do not want to be around them. So plan a weekend away, go to a spa, do some things for self-care, anything that you like to do that helps you manage stress. That's a perfect plan to have for the weekend because it will be intense. The next thing we'll have is Venus is going to clear shadow, which means she will be past the 28-degree mark of Leo finally. Man, that seemed like the longest Venus retrograde that's been since the beginning of the summer, right? That we first had Venus showing up in the sign of Leo. So finally our lessons with the Venus retrograde will come to an end, and then the planet will obviously move on into the sign of Virgo. So all of that fun, not so serious energy of Venus in Leo will get changed as Venus moves into Virgo, and things involving money and relationships and our value systems, even beauty, gets a lot more controlled, a lot more specific about what you want to do and how you want to do it. So, all right. It will be intense, but I'm here. I will be guiding you every step of the way, so do not fear. Make sure that you are following me on my website or Instagram or Facebook. I post every single day, so you can get a heads up on what's going on with the energy, plus a pick-me-up, right? I always put positive energy into those messages, give you an activity that you can do each day to just help call in the positives. And again, even when energy is difficult, we just have to choose to use it to break free of something, right? This would be a really good week to work on those fears, right? Things that are not real, but we keep giving our power away to them. Our bad habits, right? Any addictions that you have that you're just so over. Use the difficult energy this week to break yourself out of some kind of a rut. And then again, you're directing the energy, you're giving it a place to go, and it doesn't have to just work on you. All right. Up next is our tarot card. So of course I'm going to pull a tarot card for every sign for the week ahead so that you can get an idea of how best to navigate it. And make sure you watch for your sun, moon, and rising sign so that you really get a balanced picture of the week ahead. That moon sign is going to be your emotional experience for the week ahead. That sun sign is your ego self. And that's, it's kind of like the little voice where you're just talking to yourself all the time. That's your ego self. And then that rising sign, that shows you where and how things are going to show up in the week ahead. And that's going to be extremely important. All right, so let's take a look at the cards next. All right. In case you skipped the astrology lesson, which I can't imagine, let's just make sure that you are prepared to watch for your sun, moon, and rising sign. To have your rising sign, you need to have a chart with your birthplace, birth time, birthday, of course. And with that and any of the astrology software out there, you can create a free birth chart. And that perspective is with the rising sign on the horizon, how things show up in your life. So that one's usually most notable. Then your sun, and then your moon. Just depends on how in tune you are with your emotional self. Make sure you watch for all three, and feel free to share this with someone that you think might benefit from this as well. So of course I've already cleared my cards, I have shuffled them, and I have asked them to share with me the messages that are for your highest good for the week ahead. And we will get started with the sign of Aries. Aries, you have the Judgment card this week. And that's exactly what it sounds like. So there is judgment for your choices, your behavior, and wherever you are supposed to be in life on your path. When we get the Judgment card, this is a moment in time where we're about to enter into the end of a current quest, where a phase is about to end for us. And this is our report card. This says, how did you do? Did you get an A+, or is there opportunities? And if there's opportunities, you're going to know what those are this week based on what starts showing up for you, because this is the payout from your karma bank. So may your karma be good. Now, the Judgment card is, of course, that second to last of the major arcana cards. It carries the energy of the two. So it's really important that you stay in balance this week. It also is important that your relationships remain balanced this week as well. Taurus. So Taurus has the Page of Wands. Now, that page energy is something very new. It's very immature. And when you have a page that's playing with fire, you need to be a little bit careful, because they don't necessarily have a lot of control over this fire. But something is presented to you this week, and it's something that you'll be really passionate about. Just don't go running off with it too quickly, because it is so new and young and fresh that you want to give this time to mature. But expect an offer this week, and expect it to be something to consider that could have you headed off in a brand new direction. Now, the one energy is what is associated with all the court cards. So this is something brand new for you this week that you'll want to take advantage of. Gemini. All right, Geminis. So there's a little bit of disappointment this week when we have the Five of Cups. Now, it's always important to remember that focusing on what didn't work out is not going to help you. You can't shoulda, woulda, coulda yourself. You can't get mad, because whatever's not working out, whatever's disappointing you, is what is supposed to be happening. Just because it's not meant for you right now doesn't mean that it's a bad thing necessarily. So try to get over the disappointment quickly and turn your energy and attention towards the things that are still going well for you. You'll see up here in this tree, there's still 2 cups that are full. So there's still goodness. There's still time. You see the clock in the tree too. So these things It's, think of them as poison, right? This wasn't good for you anyway, and it's better that these are tipped and gone so that you stop consuming things that were not good for you, especially emotionally, because the cups is our emotions. Now that 5 energy says change is coming. So whatever this emotional disappointment is for you, expect a big amount of change as a result. Cancer. Well, this is some nice energy. That 6 of Cups card can have us feeling reminiscent about the past and about our childhood. It can also see you exchanging gifts with somebody. They could be somebody that's a child. You could be giving a gift to a child, or this could be somebody that you have been friends with since childhood. So it's a really lovely kind of energy. The 6 energy is about love and joy and happiness. So make sure you are sharing the love with other people this week, and it will turn out, even though it's a crunchy week, it'll turn out to be something that is really beneficial for you. Leo. I love this deck. It's so pretty. This is the Ace of Swords. So there is a huge aha moment for you this week, Leos, with this being the hand of God, right? That there's this big idea, this new information, this important communication. Something is being handed to you this week, even if it's just in your own mind. But this big, brilliant new idea that you have is something that you want to pursue. And of course, aces bring brand new beginnings for us. The swords are information, communication, our thoughts, conversations that we're having with other people. So make sure you're engaged. Make sure you do something to clear your mind so that you make space for this information to come in for you as well. Virgos. Virgos, you have the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands is a time of celebration. It's a time of recognition for the work that you have done. So expect some kind of a payout, some kind of a public recognition for the work that you have done. So this is a really great moving forward energy, and that Wands energy, of course, is something that we're really passionate about. A lot of times the Wands energy are associated with the work that we do and how we feel about it. And of course, that 6 energy is about love and joy and passion. So there's something about the work that you're doing this week that has you feeling really good about it. So yay, Virgo. Libra. All right, Libras, you have the Knight of Wands rushing in and trying to shake things up for you this week, which of course makes perfect sense because this is Mars. Mars and all of the changes with the South Node, with the square to Pluto. So that means whatever's happening for you guys this week, it is causing a lot of change. It will be change that moves quickly. You'll have to respond quickly. So this could be a person that rushes in, makes an offer that, completely changes the balance in your current relationships. Whatever this is, you will want to respond quickly and not sit and mull this over, but instead, move on, move forward. Now, if this is a person relationship wise, they may rush in, try to sweep you off your feet, and then they're gone just as fast. So always be a little cautious. If it's relationships you seek or your relationship houses that are being impacted this week, this one might be fun, but it may not be here for the long run. Now, Knight's energy is a 1. All the court cards are 1 energy. So it does say whoever and whatever this opportunity is that comes in for you is creating a brand new beginning for you. Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the 3 of Wands. So the good news when we see the 3 of Wands is there's not anything that you necessarily have to be working on this week because you've already put in all of the hard work and now you're waiting for the payoff. So our little wizard here even looks a little bored because it's like, but I need to do something. I'm Scorpio. I need there to be constant change and transformation. So that might be the challenge for you this week, that there isn't going to be a lot of movement on your part. You're needing to sit and wait back and get the invitation, right? To see the rewards come in for you this week. And that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to just rest and appreciate the good things that are coming in for you. So the 3 energy is energy where we connect to our creative side, to the creator. It is working with a mentor. Whatever you're doing this week, make sure you give yourself time to just be and then enjoy the rewards. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the Queen of Cups. So you're interacting with a woman this week, or very feminine, nurturing, caring energy person that can provide you with some emotional support. Cups, of course, rule our emotions. The Queen rules over the kingdom with her heart, and she is helping you in some way with how you're feeling. So this is a great person too, that, you know, if you need advice, this is somebody who's very empathetic. They will lend an ear and help you feel cared for and loved. So whatever you're going on in your life or whatever is frustrating you, expect that this woman will come in and she will help soothe you emotionally. And as a result of that, you'll be able to get through all of the crazy energy this week. So you have a guide. Make sure you're open to connecting with her so she can help you get through the week. And of course, it's a court card. So this craziness is going to send you down a new emotional path that you'll appreciate once it's all said and done. Capricorn. We have the Queen of Swords for you Capricorns. And this Queen of Swords is mighty powerful. She is somebody who is extremely intelligent, knows what she's talking about, what she has to say is well thought out, and it may be very direct and to the point. So just take that with a grain of salt, even if it's said in a way that seems a little off-putting. The point is, whatever information she has to share with you this week is something that you really need to hear and you need to listen. And there's probably some action that you will need to take as a result. But this is someone you can truly trust. So whatever information she's sharing with you, trust that it is the truth. Trust that you can follow through on whatever this is. She could be presenting you with a plan, with a contract. So something involving a woman this week is going to be very important, and it could maybe even have to do, of course, with business, since you are Capricorn. Queens in court cards always carry that one energy. We've got a lot of that in the cards this week. So you too, out of all of this chaos, have a new beginning. Maybe it's a new job. Aquarius. Aquarius, you are dealing with a King of Cups this week. So the king rules his kingdom through his heart with his emotions. He is somebody who is comfortable feeling and expressing himself. So this could be somebody who is expressing how they feel about you this week, which for an Aquarian, it's kind of hit and miss whether you really want to get all ooey gooey with somebody and their emotions. But this is, I think, a good news message, something that you've been looking forward to hearing, and it makes you feel good emotionally hearing this news, interacting with this person. So you can, again, trust what they have to say, trust the feelings they're expressing towards you are real and genuine and valid. And whatever you're engaging with, you can open yourself up and open your heart up to this person because the feelings are real. So again, another court card, another new beginning, another energy of the one. So again, no matter the emotional turmoil of the week ahead, where it's leading you is where you're meant to be. And finally, Pisces. And another court card. Well, another week where we are interacting with a lot of individuals. So this one is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands leads with great passion. This is somebody who is fiery. They move fast. So you could be seeing somebody who makes an offer for a job that you're very excited about. If you're looking for a relationship, this is somebody who is mature enough to handle the fire, unlike the Knight of Wands who rushes in and might rush back out. But the King of Wands is bringing the heat, and you better be ready to receive it if you're looking to start a relationship. But definitely interacting with somebody who's mature, who's passionate, who may be inspiring you to take a new direction and make a big change. And this is somebody, again, who is very trustworthy. And it's okay to get caught up in all of the excitement because it's real. So again, court card, energy of the one, whatever's going on for you this week as well, you're headed down a new path, and it feels like one you've been waiting for a long time. All right, that was a lot of court cards, a lot of new beginnings this week. Make sure you go back and watch your sun, moon, and rising if you didn't the first time through. And if you really want help navigating this time of the eclipses that we are in now, come join my Sip and Stars group. It is a really inexpensive way to work with me hands-on every month. And I go through all of the astrology lesson for the new moon solar eclipse. I teach you about the sign that it's in, and I give you a high-level review of what you can expect based on what's going on in your chart and what house this is showing up for you. Plus I give you a presentation. So it's totally worth it. It's $11.11, and you can sign up and join us every month. And it's great fun. I have a great time with everybody that I work with in those sessions. So hopefully you can come join us. If you need anything else, my website is full of information in helping you be prepared for this month ahead. So make sure you check it out. And if you need help, you always know where to find me. So I am wishing that this week ahead is full of positive changes and it gets you on your path so that by the time that new moon solar eclipse is hitting on the 14th, you're already queued up and ready to go. All right, we will talk, of course, next week, and I can't wait to see what the energy will be like then. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.